everyone, so I'm back with my February recap of my financial goals and what I accomplished, what happened, and I'm going to talk about what I want to do for March. So first things first, I am one less credit card in debt, and although it was a very small debt, it's one less credit card, it's one less company I owe money to. Woohoo! So I ended up paying off my Forever 21 credit card. I believe my balance on that was about $380 and I was able to pay it off. I don't remember how much it was exactly because I paid it off at the beginning of February, but it just feels so good that I only have 2 credit cards to worry about now instead of 3. And it's more exciting just because I can allocate more money to my other 2 credit cards now and I can get more paid off. So that's always a great feeling. I don't know, I haven't quite cut it up yet. I kind of wanted to cut it up, but then, I don't know what to do in regards to that because I know your credit score, a big part of your credit score is how often you use your credit cards and all of that stuff. So because I only have one major credit card and everything else is, store credit cards, I'm a little stuck of whether I want to open another credit card and just do my gas on there and then just pay it off because it's something I already allocate money to. Or maybe if I need 1 or 2 things here or there. I haven't quite cut up that card yet, but it's out of my wallet, it's put away, and I still have it, so I haven't decided what I want to do with that yet, but it's paid off and I have not used it. I have bought one thing at Forever 21 and I used my own cash, which is great. Okay. So I kind of wanted to talk about my other debt and where does that leave me. So I have my Victoria's Secret credit card and then my bank credit card. My Victoria's Secret credit card, I've brought it down to $1,161.90 of debt. And my goal is to monthly pay off at least $200. Now that I don't have the Forever 21 one, which the average minimum payment was $27 to $52. So minimum, I'm gonna put $200 towards that monthly, and if I do $200 with interest, it would take me 7 months to pay off from now. So towards the end of 2018, I would pay off my Victoria's Secret card, and then I want to try, at least if I can, because there's other stuff I want to do with my income, put $250 to $300 to shorten that time. So that's that one. And then my bank credit card, I owe $2,400 even, and this card is tricky because I always put large sums of money into it, but then I also use to get rewards to use it for other stuff and practically free money but not free money. So I put money on it, or kind of a gift card, which is kind of a habit I either want to. So what I've been doing is I do put money in, but I end up spending the whole money. So what I at least want to do is pour more money in that I'm using. That's what I want to work on. So I'm still getting my my debt down, but then I'm still getting a reward out of it, because my bank, if you reach $25 in rewards, that's the minimum you need to get a gift card, and then I can I'm a big beauty person, so then I can get a foundation or a mascara or something that I need, and it technically isn't costing me, but I guess technically it is if you want to think about rates and stuff, or interest rates. So I want to try to spend less money than what I'm putting in, but that's still it's a thought process. Dun 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 dun! I stayed at $100 for my monthly budget of eating out and stuff. I didn't quite do cash yet. I just kept a mental tally every time I would have to pay, and I made sure I might have gone $5 over, which is not that big of a deal compared to last month where I went over quite a substantial amount. So I get paid this upcoming Friday, which is March 2nd, and I'm going to pull out $100 cash. I'm gonna do it just so I can physically see how much money I have left, keep a mental count. but I was actually able to stay like right at that line, if not just a tiny bit over. So I'm getting better at it. I'm actually gonna start doing cash just so it's easier. And then as for fun money, I also give myself like $100 for fun money. So like I try to at least. So I'm gonna pull out that money, so it's like $200, $100 for food and $100 for like movies or bowling or again like a haircut or like my lash perm, stuff that's like fun for me and that like I don't necessarily have to do. But okay, so let's go back to other February stuff. So I said that I wanted to at least save $500 to put into my Europe trip saving account. So because I had saved more than like my monthly estimate, so each month I'm supposed to be saving like $715, but in January I put more money in because I had to buy the main plane tickets. And if you saw my last video, this is like my little motivation jar to motivate me to save, and then I could see like these grow, and I had to fill 5 of them up. So last month I was down to this line, so I have it like separated off. So I have 100, 200, and they're $1,000 per jar. So it was at 200 because this is my second jar, and I've already allocated $1,200 to my trip. So right now I'm at 550. So I put 350 in. I only had to put $223 in to get to that next monthly $715, but I ended up putting an extra $127. It's just this month I wasn't really able to put in that $500 that I want to, but I still put an extra $127. So I thought that, like, you know, I didn't do horrible, but I didn't reach that goal because other stuff happened this month. So if you remember, in January I had a couple of car troubles, and it looks like February was another month of car troubles. Not necessarily like something was wrong with my car, it's just that my car got hit twice in the month of February, and it wasn't my fault, it was somebody else's, 2 separate occasions. But so far 2018 is like the year of car issues. Another thing I wanted to mention is I ended up quitting my second job because school started for me. So all of January I was like hustling, I was no sleep whatsoever. I was getting like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day because I was going in between 2 jobs, and with school starting up I did not want to do that anymore, especially because I'm a full-time student. So I ended up quitting my retail job. I had been in retail for 3 years, and you know, a hospitality position opened up from a friend that I knew, and they paid more, and it was full-time, and there was benefits. So I ended up applying back in November. I got the job. Mid-December and all of January I balanced both, and because honestly, hospitality, coming from retail as a retail manager, like hospitality is like amazing. I love it there. I mostly work overnight shifts, so that's the only like part that it's hard getting used to, but I'm slowly getting accustomed to it. I'm honestly way happier. I'm making more money, and it's great. So I ended up quitting my other job, but because now I'm not getting paid every week, and even if I was only working just a little bit in my retail job, it was still extra money coming in. And because I don't have that, if you watch my videos, I actually opened up a Poshmark, and that's like where you resell stuff. And I'm gonna make a video right after this of like what I ended up selling my first month, but I actually made 185. I'm gonna say it's like rounding up and say I made 185 on just reselling stuff that I had in 1 month. So that's kind of what I want to turn into like a side hustle, just to get that extra income. Moving on from that, March is actually my birthday month. So there's a couple things I want to get. I kind of want to like splurge on myself just because I've been working really hard shopping most of my outfits for this festival that I'm going to. If you follow like these videos, you know I'm trying to the only times I'm allowing myself to shop is for this Europe trip this year, and then for this festival that I'm going to. So I did most of my shopping in February. So a lot of the money that I had left over from that second job went to like these things. But I just feel like because it's my birthday month, I want to do a little bit of splurging, so I'm gonna do a video of my wish list. I'm not gonna get everything, but just of like kind of stuff that I want, and I hope I can splurge a little bit. But then I also have to put money down to pay the Airbnb we're staying in, and we had a couple people drop out of our group, so the price is gonna go up. So like it went from paying like $350 for like our whole like weekend stay, ended up going up to $500, so ouch. So I really want to use Poshmark in the like whatever I make in the month of March and like what I have going to pay that Airbnb, so that way like it's just money that I already kind of have by like selling my stuff, not like, oh, I worked hard, like I worked X amount of hours and it's just going, like it's just leaving, like I'm not seeing it. So I want that to help so that doesn't happen that much. But other stuff that like I have to save up for is that I want to do like a little mini like trip in spring break. Since I do work in hospitality, I do get discounts at like our chain, what is it called? Like our chain locations. So I would like to, because the rates are so good for employees for this hotel, I would like to have like a little sponsor, a little family trip. Always, like they've always all been hard workers, and we're very lucky to like have jobs and stuff to support each other, but we've always lived under a tight belt. And this job that I have now like pays more, and I get more hours, and there's benefits to this job. So, you know, I have some excess money and I would like to do something nice for my family. So I would like to sponsor just like a little trip, like a little like 3-day trip at one of like our chain locations that's like a resort, and just do like a mini like family trip, because my family has not taken a break in a very long time, and I think it's well deserved. So something I would like to do for our spring break, which is at the end of March. So I have to cut this stop story because it's a happy thing that I am going to do my very best to make it happen. I can't, I've never been emotional on camera, but a lot of editing for this part of the video is gonna happen, definitely. Okay, and so the last thing that I kind of want to allocate money to is I need to take a fast course weekend, or a fast course class that I need to get done fast. So those usually happen at private institutions, and those are pretty expensive, so I want to put money aside, like a big chunk of money as well, which I think is doable just to pay for that class, or do like a monthly payment thing or something like that, because it's something I need to get done for school. So yeah, that's basically what happened in February and what I want to get done in March. So I will come back in a month to see how I did with my savings and my debt and what happened. And yeah, so if you have any like suggestions or tips, I know a lot of you guys left a couple in my last video, which I really did appreciate, and I hope that the problems that surfaced today or anything that like would help would be very meaningful to me. So please leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in a month to see how I did in March.